Unreal users, Alex here, your Unreal guide, and today we are continuing with our loft and we're going to add HDRI image. As you can see here, I have pitch black background which doesn't look very photorealistic, so let's go and get some HDRIs and add them to that scene. So first thing, I'm gonna go to HDRI Heaven, and in the HDRI tab we can click Urban and scroll down to the city. Here we can find the cool looking Düsseldorf. All right, this is old city, Altstadt, Düsseldorf. Shout out to all my friends from Düsseldorf, Markus Kotzu, Michael Tauber, hallo mein Lieber. So this was a place that I was hanging out quite a lot with my teammates from Kadman GmbH, and we're gonna get this as 4K because 8 and 16, they might be good for visualization but not for Unreal. Unreal gotta process all of that as a game engine. So we're gonna use 4K. You can, by the way, download other ones. I actually downloaded a few more here that are looking more or less, I think I got this one, Urban Street. Yeah, we're gonna use this one as well. Okay, just to test them out, see how they looking in our scene. Now, back to our Unreal Engine. Here we gotta do a couple of things. First, I'm going to download and drag and drop my Düsseldorf image here. And if we double click on that, we can open it. We can see it's looking a little bit blurry. So let's do a couple adjustments. First, let's disconnect the sRGB because we don't need that. We're gonna use linear. And here, let's add a little bit higher quality to it. And texture size 4096. And it will take some time to update to kind of bump up the resolution because you know, we have something that's called LODs. Those are the levels that will load different maps. So first we load the small resolution and then it goes higher and higher and higher. In order to load the highest resolution, we gotta put it here at the maximum texture size. This way we'll be able to see it in a full res. Okay, so it takes a minute to update because this image is quite big and it goes into the RAM for processing. All right, and the image was updated. We can see it's pretty sharp, but not super sharp. If we want to make it really sharp, much sharper than this, we gotta switch here to MIP Gen settings and select no MIP maps. Right now our image gonna get the highest quality. You can see it kind of bumped up and we're getting all those things looking very sharp and crisp. All right, so we're done with this. That's the HDRI setup, so we can click save here and we can close that. Now we need to go and create new material. Let's call it HDRI Background. And in this HDRI background, we gotta go and do some parameters. So first, let's adjust this, our main material. So it's going to be unlit. Here, default lit. We're gonna make it unlit because we don't want it to cast or receive any shadows. And we're also gonna do it two-sided. So it will be emissive on two sides, all right? Now, from the emissive color, we're gonna do the next steps. I actually made a print screen so you guys can repeat it exactly. So we're gonna load here texture sample. We're gonna normalize it and we're gonna put absolute world rotation where we can add rotation settings and have our HDRI rotate all around. Right here, we're gonna add a brightness multiplier so we can make it lighter or darker. We can also add contrast multipliers, and we can also add tint if we want to change, but I don't like adding those. I like to use pure HDRI color, not mess up with this too much. Okay, so first let's add all of those things to our map right here. So we're gonna add first texture sample. And in this texture sample, we'll be able to load our HDRI. So let's do Düsseldorf 4K, and you can see it's put it up already on linear. If you didn't disconnect the sRGB, then you're gonna get a message here. Okay, so let's move forward and get normalize. And here we can do add. Also need to add world position, absolute world position, and we're gonna add rotate axis here. Now let's connect those. Now here, let's do, I'm gonna click 3 and right click. So here we're gonna pull a normalize. Let's put a blue color. And here I'm also gonna put rotations. So I'm gonna click 1, right click. And let's convert this to parameter, call it rotation angle, and let's connect this here, and we'll go and do another one, convert it, call it rotation position, and let's connect this one here. All right, so our HDRI popped out right here. So now we left final adjustment. Let's do the multiplier so we can control our multiply here. So we're gonna run it through this and the exit, and here we need to do parameter. Oops. I'm gonna click 1 and right click to get a multiplier parameter. So let's bring it here. It becomes dark. Let's call this brightness. And then the brightness, we're gonna control those parameters. So the default value is 1 if you want to get our HDRI in the correct exposure, and I'm going to do a little bit slightly more. I'm going to put 1.2 so it'll be slightly brighter. We'll throw a little bit more light. But again, we're going to control this. Now I'm going to save that. And I'm going to pull it to the side a little bit here, because we need we're going to rotate it soon. Okay, now this is, where's our background? So this is our HDRI background. I'm gonna make an instance out of this. So HDRI background instance, and if I double click on that, here we go, we have all those parameters working here, so we can adjust them. So right on a live view, we can adjust the intensity, we can adjust the rotation. Okay, now let's see how we can add this. I'm gonna go and activate my engine content. If you don't have it on, click it on, you will get all of those engine content libraries here. Now what we need to do is I'm going to put static mesh, and under static mesh, if I scroll down, I can find editor sky sphere. So I'm gonna drag and drop it right there. Now into this editor sky sphere, I'm gonna get exit out of my static mesh, and I'm gonna close back the engine content. So here I can drag and drop my instance, whatever I created just right now. I'm gonna drag and drop into this background, and voila, we having our Düsseldorf background working pretty good. Okay, now let's go and fit it to what we need. So the sun is coming, so from this direction, something like this. All right, and I think this is pretty good. This is really well done. All right, so let's save that, and I'm gonna click yes, I'd like to apply changes. Okay, now let's try another map. I actually download a second map. After you've done this, you can just drag and drop this into your Unreal Engine. Do the same thing as we did. Disconnect the sRGB. Make this really high resolution. Bump up the texture. Right here, sorry. Maximum texture size 4096. Click enter. Wait a minute, takes time to update. All right, and now let's scroll down, put now bitmaps on that image. Okay, now we can click save and close it. And if we go back to our original HDRI here, and we scroll down, let me open this big. Here we can select a different HDRI. This one was something urban street. Voila. Now let's click save and close this. And here we go. We have an urban street. Of course, the lighting is not matching, so I have to make very dull lighting here. And let's open our parameters here and fix this image a little bit better. Let's find a good rotation or something like this could work. You know, or maybe, yeah, I think this street kind of works much nicer here than this one, than the parallel. So yeah, I'm not crazy about the storage here and the street view could be something that can work for this. Okay, so this is how you add HDRI into your interior spaces. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you have any questions, you can post them below and I'll be more than glad to assist you. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can use V-Ray settings in order to get the most realistic lighting according to our 3ds Max and V-Ray scene. Alright, so thanks a lot for watching. This is Alex, your V-Ray guy. Talk soon. Ciao.